This was distinguished footsteps coming from the garage. Somebody is coming up the stairs. Guys, welcome to another edition of Story Time. David Lucas gave me a phone call. He was like, Matt, we're going back to the Tampa Funny Bone on a Friday and Saturday. It's going to be 4 shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. I was very excited because I love Tampa. Tampa's a very fun city. There's a lot to do. There's good food. There's a lot of culture. It's a very diverse city. And I love doing comedy in Florida in general. The people are awesome. They love comedy. A couple weeks go by and David gives me another phone call. He said, Matt, I got bad news. Friday shows ticket sales, not doing well. And I was like, why? Why do you not move a lot of tickets? You're moving a lot of tickets nationwide. Why not in Florida? You always do well in Florida. He was like, oh, Shane Gillis is playing the arena the same night. And let me tell you something. If you're doing comedy in the same city as Shane Gillis, no one's going to your show. Everyone's going to go see Shane Gillis. I already had my plane ticket to get in on Thursday. I was going to get to Tampa. I was going to enjoy the city. I was going to enjoy some good food, and then we'll have shows on Friday and Saturday. So obviously there's a change of plans. David was going to come down on Friday, meet me there, and then we were going to go to the arena and hang out at the show. It was going to be Lemire Lee, Matt McCustard, Shane Gillis. We were just going to hang out backstage and just have a good time. Well, the last time I was in Tampa, I met a really cool guy named Matt Heller. He runs a company called Horn Blasters. If you don't know anything about Horn Blasters, he took little train horns and he put them in cars. So you can buy these little kits and put a train horn in a Honda Civic, and it'll sound like a freaking freight train going right toward you, and it'll scare the hell out of you.
She's pissed. She's pissed.
Well, he scaled this company up where he does like train horns and like Atlanta Braves and other sporting events. He told David and I that we could stay at one of his houses anytime we're in Tampa. We just have to let him know. So I already shot him a text a couple weeks ago asking if I could stay there. I hate asking anybody for anything, but Matt Heller is a great dude. He'll do anything for you. A fun fact about Matt Heller, he's really good friends with Ric Flair.
Horn Blasters, woo!
So he's always posting videos on his Instagram of him hanging out with Ric Flair, having drinks, eating lunch, just hanging out in general. So I get into Tampa on a Thursday afternoon. I get there, he gives me the code to the house. To get into the house, you gotta go through the garage, and then you take a hard right, and there's a door, and then you go up these old wooden steps. The house is pretty old. The house was actually Burt Reynolds' old party house. And it's the most ghetto, fabulous house ever. It's under construction, but you can actually live there. It's a very weird dynamic. So as you walk up these wooden stairs, you actually go to a very, very open concept house. It overlooks the water, big windows. It's absolutely gorgeous view. And in this house, he has cameras all over the outside, all over the inside, which I would too. It's not in the nicest area of town, and I did not know that at the time. I was getting a little hungry, so I ordered some DoorDash. I get the DoorDash, and I actually left the garage door open. And this was my first red flag. I should have closed the garage door when I got there, but I didn't. So his neighbors were calling him, letting him know his garage was open. So Matt hit me up, was like, dude, can you please shut the garage door? It's been open for a couple hours. I got neighbors calling me, letting me know that the garage door is open. There's stuff in there that could get stolen. I felt really bad. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm really sorry. I run down there, I'll shut the garage. I go back upstairs and I start eating my DoorDash. He has these massive leather couches. They're like super nice in there. So I was like, I'm just gonna sleep on the couch. So the couch, as I'm laying down, if I look to my right, I'm looking right at the stairs that are going up. They're probably about 25 feet away. So I lay down, I go to sleep. It was about 1:45 in the morning, and I heard what sounded like to be like pipes clanking. And I just thought it was a plumbing issue. I mean, it's already under construction. There's a lot of open pipes running through the place. So I just dismissed it altogether. I get up and actually go get something to drink. I lay back down. I try to go back to sleep. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear what seemed to be footsteps coming up from the garage, the old wooden footsteps. So instead of dismissing this and be like, oh, it's an old house, it's creaking. This was distinguished footsteps coming from the garage. Somebody is coming up the stairs. I all of a sudden started looking for anything, looking for a weapon all around me. And I had absolutely nothing. This was the first time in my life that I was paralyzed with fear. I literally had a blanket up like this and I went like this. It was the most scared I've ever been in my life. All of a sudden, the footsteps that I was hearing 25 feet away from me, they just stopped. I slowly looked that way and I didn't see anything. I didn't sleep almost the rest of the night. The next morning, my buddy Greg Capper was flying in. I was gonna go pick him up from the airport because he was working with David and I at the Tampa Funny Bone that weekend. Pick up Greg from the airport and I was like, dude, the craziest thing happened. I swear to you, somebody was in the house that I was sleeping in. We get back to the house. I show exactly what I thought might have happened. Of course, he was probably like, dude, you were probably dreaming. You're probably out of your mind. So that day, David gets into town and David loves to fish. So he gets to town, we're outside and we're fishing, we're having a good time. And I told David what happened. And he just like shrugged it off like, man, you're probably crazy. You're probably just hearing things for real. All of a sudden, Matt Heller from Horn Blasters, he shows up. He walks up the steps and I'm standing in the kitchen area and he has a security camera like right there at the steps. And he stops and he looks at the security camera and said, why did y'all unplug my security camera? We didn't. And he starts walking around the house and he was like, this security camera's unplugged too. What's going on? So in my head, I'm like, something really suspicious is going down. David and I go back, we start fishing. Matt Heller comes out the back of the house. He walks down the stairs and he's like watching this fish. He turns around and he starts checking the back of the house out. It's one of them sliding doors, one of those window sliding doors. Well, he's like, why is the screen of the sliding door laying inside the house? He looks down at where the handle is. The handle has been pried open. He was like, dude, somebody broke into this house. Why is the screen laying on the inside and this door is like broken open? And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I swear to you, I told you somebody was in this house. Matt goes in the sliding door and we're still out there fishing. I'm sitting out there holding my fishing pole like, dude, this is insane. This is crazy. Matt comes out the other side of the house. He was like, this door is wide open. He was like, if they broke in the sliding door, they got in and then they just walked out the other side and just left the door wide open. I'm replaying in my head everything that happened the night before. If this sliding door is pried open, that means somebody has a crowbar and they are hammering it in to the sliding door to pry it open, which explains the clanking sound. Obviously, this guy was slowly breaking into this house and casing it out, seeing where the cameras were and unplugging them. I told him the whole story and he was like, dude, this is not a good area. This is not a good area at all. And I was like, well, why didn't you tell me that? I would have came in early and stayed here by myself. The only thing I can actually think that makes sense is that he was walking up the stairs, unplugged the camera, turned around and saw me just paralyzed with fear, got spooked and just fled the area. By the grace of God, he left. I mean, I could have got killed. He could have murdered me. And can you imagine being killed inside that house, just laying on the couch dead and having David Lucas walking in to discover your dead body? Wake your ass up, white boy. Looking like an albino rattlesnake. Over there looking like a ginger Helen Keller. Over there sleeping like a shelter dog. Over there looking like a malnourished platypus. Looking like you just got fired from the vape shop. Over there looking like you got divorced, then remarried, then divorced again. Over there looking like an unemployed Siamese cat. Oh, he dead. Guys, I got some road days. January 27th, I'm doing the last laugh at the House of Hops in Raleigh, North Carolina. February 14th, I'll be at Pitt Street Brewing at the Comedy Pit. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Search the Comedy Pit. This is the place I started stand-up comedy. It would be awesome to return and actually sell this out. So get your tickets today. Guys, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at Matt Dameron Comedy. Follow me on TikTok at Matt D Comedy. And as always, God bless and have a great day.